Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And again, I am coming to you, just in this complete place of wanting to deliver to you guys what I believe to be the most important thing for our fulfillment. So apart from knowing who you are, knowing what you want, going after it, there's really no point in existence or, growing yourself and contributing at your highest level unless you are really going the depths in your connections and you've got great relationships in your life. I like to kind of think about if you were the only person in the world, what would motivate you? Like, what would you be doing? And all of that sort of stuff goes to the wayside, that we do in our everyday lives when we think about like being just alone with nobody else in this world and no relationships and no connection. So to me, that screams to the fact that, to nail and become expert level in our relationships is by far the most fulfilling thing that we could ever do in our lives. And what I want to talk to you guys about today is not just becoming an expert on, people that you're in relationship with externally from yourself, but mainly and predominantly, and first and foremost, your relationship with yourself. So that is exactly why today's message is all about making your standard of relationship to be an expert on yourself and on the other person that you're in relationship with. And this is pretty much like how I filter my entire existence and my entire life. I really value depth of connection, and not only depth of connection with other unique, amazing human beings, superstars, all you guys, but also first and foremost with myself. So how I'm kind of wired is to focus on, how things are emotionally impacting myself, emotionally impacting other people. And ultimately, I spend a lot of my time watching my subconscious form patterns. That's how I'm wired. So a lot of what I present and a lot of what I value, and I hope you guys too, it stems from this actual wiring that I'm going to be unpacking a lot of this stuff for you guys all in the masterclasses on the 26th. Super excited about that, where I dive into the neuroscience of personality and how you can discover your unique genius based on your unique wiring. So any of you guys who are already in the masterclasses, cannot wait to see you on the 26th. And if you're not currently part of them and you want access to this special live training that we're going to be doing online and all the previous masterclasses, links up above, check that out. But anyway, let me get on and dive into this. So what I value first and foremost in relationships, and I believe should be the standard of all of our relationship, be it, I am very idealistic, I know, is to have the kind of standard where you make it your mission to become an expert on why you do what you do. Why do you feel the way that you feel? Why do you need the things that you need? Why are you triggered by the things that you're triggered by? Where is it that you want to go without all the shoulds and expectations coming at you from the external world? What fulfills you? What is most meaningful to you on the individual level? And when we access that and we become expert on that, it gives us this uncanny ability to reach out and, instead of, being triggered by other people in our external world and wondering why are they so crazy and why are they doing all this stuff that I wouldn't do, we actually get a new perspective on humanity, which allows us to connect more deeply with other individuals from a place of love and curiosity as opposed to fear and rejection. And so I really do believe that, if at the end of the day, what matters most is to love fully and be loved fully, then we have to become an expert both on ourselves and on the people that we want to be in any sort of relationship with. So it's funny, I'll just use an example, it's just popped into my mind now, but over the last couple of weeks, I have been traveling. I had a special person in my life come and visit me in Melbourne for a couple of nights, and then I went to Sydney and had some fun up there, and then off to Brisbane, and we spent a lot of time together, and the main predominant focus, like every single day, and given we might be at the extreme level of wanting to become experts on ourselves and on other people that we care about, every single day we were actually learning more about who we were and learning more about who the other person was. And it was like really deeply connective, like beyond anything that I've experienced before, you know, kind of like having that constant personal development, that constant sense of personal progress, that constant, constant kind of feeling of like understanding and evolution and depth of connection. And it was super extraordinary. And it kind of brought together things that I could only in the past kind of dream of, but it actually kind of brought that, manifested that dream into reality. And I was able to do this and work on this with somebody who had the same level of commitment to this kind of standard in relationship. And it does not have to be intimate relationship. I'm talking your friendships, I'm talking your family relationships, I'm talking your business relationships, I'm talking like any place and with any being that you truly want to go the depths with, and you want to reach your highest potential with, then to raise your standard and make this your standard of relationship. I am committed to becoming an expert on myself so that I can communicate openly, genuinely, authentically, courageously, and vulnerably with another human being who shares a same common goal to become an expert on one another. And I'm going to be able to become an expert on them as well so that we can ultimately, exceed each other's needs, propel each other to our highest potential and reach a higher level playing ground and higher level of fulfillment and depth than we could ever without one another, right? And I absolutely, when we look at personality psychology, I do know that I am in the idealist range of personality. You can be a rational, an intellectual, an artisan, or an idealist. If you want to look that stuff up, you can jump into some Google searches on that. But I am very idealistic, but I like to think that, when we raise our standards, we have somewhere to propel ourselves, and we have more meaning that we're creating in our lives to progress towards, and we also inspire greatness from others. So I have no problem with being super idealistic, particularly in the realm of relationship, and I hope you don't either, and I hope that this message resonates with you and gets you thinking about, maybe where am I just settling in my connections? Like, how much of an expert on myself am I? And how much am I expecting somebody else to become an expert on me when I don't even know myself and I can't clearly communicate about what I really need? Like, if I'm stuck in a bubble of confusion about who I am, what I want, where I want to get to, what's meaningful to me, the kind of life I want to create, how things affect me, what my needs are, right? Maybe I should start there instead of trying to get some other imperfect human being who is struggling to become an expert on themselves to become all of a sudden an expert on me. And when you can own that relationship with yourself first and foremost and do what you can to grow yourself, develop yourself, do the work, get yourself to personal development events, do courses that inspire you, learn from people who are further along the timeline than you, get a coach, get a psychologist, go to town with these different angles and different modalities of becoming an expert on you and do that, make that commitment. And then secondly, come together with incredible human beings who also share that standard, who are also on that journey of becoming an expert on themselves, and they wish to create something extraordinary with you, where you both are so committed to not only becoming those experts on yourselves, but also on one another, so that you can ultimately propel yourself way further ahead in life and in love than you could ever on your own. All right, so enough of my rant. I hope that this is resonating with you guys. If you want the tools that I use personally with my one-on-one coaching clients, with everybody in the masterclasses are getting access to some of these tools, and they get a new one every single month in terms of, or for the purposes of, becoming an expert on themselves and also an expert on other human beings who they care about and want to create something extraordinary in their lives so that they can ultimately reach for their limitless potential, then you definitely want to be a part of the Limitless Potential Academy monthly masterclasses. So much in store for you guys, and so much already accessible for you guys in the library, ready to go. People are getting great results, and I'm super excited about it, and definitely can't wait to see you guys for our next live online training on the neuroscience of personality, which is really what I base the majority of my becoming an expert on myself and on other people in my life. I base it on this framework. There is nothing out there that is better than this that I've come across, and I do a lot of personal development. So I really back it, and I can't wait to introduce it to you on the 26th of January for all the masterclass students and superstars. I love it. All right, so I'm going to check in with you guys. Make sure that you're dropping me a hi. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments or words of wisdom, or you just want to say hi. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. I'm here in Melbourne. It's a lot cooler than it's been over the last couple of days. It's been like 40 degrees where I am. So it's been super hot. So let me check in. I've got Alexandria, yay. And Rose, awesome. And Jessica and Alexandra, hey V, Charles and I are here with you live. Yay. Hugs to you guys. I always love it when you can join live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Helen's here as well. And Gabrielle, great. And Cruant, hello to you. And Brian, unrelated question. Do you ever attend the Australian Tennis Open? I love it. Brian, yes, I do. I've done it a couple of times. I might even do it again this year. So that'll be coming up. So, oh my gosh, I might be totally out of the loop. Has it already started? Oh, I'm really showing up like my mindset here. But yes, I do love it when I get to it, when I know that it's on, and I make time for it. It's usually super, super, super hot here. But yes, sounds like you're into the tennis, Brian, and I hope you're watching it. I hope you get to attend the Australian Tennis Open one day. And Gabrielle's here as well. I look forward to the training. Can't wait to see you in there, beautiful. And Cruant, much love to you. And Ellen, hello to you. And Alexandra, whoops, with self-awareness, you can flip the script. Absolutely. You know, you can break free of your disempowering patterns, your irrationality, you know, your projection into relationships. And you can actually, you know, I like to think when we can understand what's going on, we have the power to change it. You know, that's self-awareness. I am forever analyzing why I do what I do, why I think the way that I think, what fears are coming up for me. I bring them up and I bust them. You know, I'm constantly doing that because I'm committed to becoming an expert on myself, because I know that by doing so leads me down the pathway of freedom and fulfillment. And there ain't nothing more important than that in our lives, so that we can ultimately, you know, discover what our gifts are, hone them, develop them, and deliver them to other human beings and feel that true sense of personal progress and contribution. So hope that is of value, and I love it, Alexandra, absolutely. And Mitk is here, and Sabahash, I'm loving that this is resonating, and Sherry's here as well, and hello to you, Jitendra, and John's here as well. So it is awesome to see each and every one of you guys. I absolutely love it when you guys can join me live. It gives me so much energy, so much love and appreciation for each and every one of you guys joining. And I really hope that today's message will inspire you to think more radically about becoming an expert on yourself and on others. And if you want the tools and the system to be able to do this and take your growth and your ability to contribute and be of value and actually make a meaningful difference, then you definitely want to be part of the Limitless Potential Academy monthly masterclasses. Link is up above. Can't wait to see you live for our next training on the 26th. So guys, as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and that you're doing something super empowering, and that today's message has definitely served you. Any questions for any of you guys who are watching later on, definitely drop me a comment. And if this video has been helpful, then I would absolutely love and adore you for sharing it with anybody that you feel it could serve. So much love for each and every one of you guys, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.